Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. These teams might have to brave the elements in this one. Isn't that right, Holly Rowe?
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Clemson's offense will start this game off with the football. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated, cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
Unloads to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He'll take it himself. Hard-hitting tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clemson is quick to the line. Going to the run, it's Haynes. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So South Carolina's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
We've got 2 receivers playing in this game, 2 of the best in the entire country. 2 guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is...
Snags it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside, it's Clark. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Sellers. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got room at the 35. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Grab behind the line. It's Hunt. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The run inside. It's Clark. Stumbled to the ground. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on third down. Sellers through the noise. He's got an open man. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because The state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
The RPO, it's complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Keeps it on the option, and they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside, it's Haynes. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. They'll try to run for it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. The screen. He's got wheels. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. With the run on 1st and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Clemson!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Discards him with the stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the tight end. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Sellers. Under fire. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The offense changing the play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sellers to the air again. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Sellers. Escapes the pressure to his right. Sweet cut there. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Complete to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. Touchdown, Tigers! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He might want another play. Again, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He'll pull it down and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it, and now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complementary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense in what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Here's Sellers to throw. Steps away. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. It's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense fights it.
Making side adjustments here. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick release on the RPO. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Sellers to the air again. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Fourth down, Sellers. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. The option, the keeper. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. The run inside. It's Johnson. Crosses the 45. Still running up the... Open field on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
And I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Sellers throws to the tight end. It's caught. And they're able to get him down. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete on third down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Again, it's Sellers. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
The Gamecocks have this offense rolling.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throwing, Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. Lowers those pads. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Finds his man, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, South Carolina. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Here's Sellers to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right?
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He wants to change this route. Sellers. Pressure coming. On the move and looking. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
The number one objective.
South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the comeback.